Hi everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Jonathan and today I have a little bit of an album review for the new Aly and AJ album called A Touch of the Beat, Get You Up on Your Feet, Get You Out and Then Into the Sun. This album is just one of my favorite I've heard so far this year. So creative, so good. It's just a really good sounding album. And I'll kind of get into the details about what my favorite songs are and kind of like how we got here and all that kind of stuff. But first off, I would just like to go ahead and recommend everybody go out and at least listen to it, and listen to it and maybe if you really like it, buy it. You can go on their website alyandaj.com and buy a copy. They are independent artists, so it does help when you purchase copies of their albums. So yeah, just a recommendation on there. I already bought a couple copies, not due out till like July sometime, but I do recommend everybody going ahead and buying a copy if you like it. So anyway, let's kind of talk a little bit about how they got to this point. So about in 2019, they had an album, or an EP actually, called Sanctuary that came out. They had a big tour and everything, and so around that time, they were planning on doing a full-length record, and they had a couple of songs already. They had a song called "Pretty Places" that they were really proud of, like musically. Wanted to do like a rewrite and kind of like bump it up a little bit, and they really turned it into a classic, like really classic song. 2020, they went in the studio with the ideas. They had the songs ready, and they just laid them down with a live band. Killed it, absolutely killed it. The producer did such a great job on the record, and it just turned out really well. And like Aly and AJ I've been saying, it's been a really smooth. It's been pretty easy for this record, for this release for them. So very happy about that, and all the great publicity that's been coming out, all the really good reviews and everything. So I just thought I'd add a little bit to that and talk a little bit about what I feel about the album and go through the album and all the tracks and kind of talk about what my favorite thing is about each track. So let's start off with track 1, Pretty Places. Pretty Places was the third single released not too long ago. Really solid, very easy song to listen to. It's very folky, kind of got that kind of California kind of like like Crosby, Stills and Nash kind of, that kind of very folky kind of sound. Very good though, and it has all these really cool like instrumental elements going on. Like towards the end of the song, it kind of goes into this jam. They almost have like a jam session towards the end of the record, and it's really cool. So like, and just their voices match so well together, and yeah, a really great, solid opening song. I feel for the album. Maybe I would have put a little more like, I don't know, upbeat song for the first one, but I think it works fine. And it's the girl's favorite song, and I understand why. It's a really good song. It's at least top 5 for me. So. Yeah, so Pretty Places, really good song. Highly recommend checking that one out. And then track 2, we've got a little Lost Cause. The song's called Lost Cause. This one, Aly does like the main lead pretty much. And she really knocks it out of the park, I feel like, vocally. Both Aly and AJ on this whole record, honestly, just knock it out of the park vocally. That's one like undeniable thing about this album. I feel like just vocally, you can't compare it to anything else in my opinion. Like just phenomenal. They just have such a knack for melody and a knack for like just like coming up with these really unique vocal parts and stuff. They really like make the album flourish as a full piece of work. So yeah, Lost Cause, awesome song. Probably one of my favorites on the whole album. has this really good groove. It's really easy to get lost in that. The chorus is so good, really good chorus, and yeah, just a really awesome song, and highly recommend checking that one out too. So if you haven't noticed, this is kind of going to be a love fest. This album because I just love this thing so much, but I just wanted to talk about it a little bit, get it out there, get the word out there. All right, so track 3, "Break Yourself." Again, this is one of the tracks that dropped when the album came out. "Break Yourself" is it's kind of like this kind of Motown style, almost 60s flavored. But then it kind of picks up towards the end. And then it kind of gets more into like kind of like a rock. I mean, almost rock, alternative rock or something, whatever you would call it. But a really awesome song. I'm just gonna say awesome over and over again, but really good song. Um, and yeah, "Break Yourself" is great. Then we got track 4, "Slow Dancing." "Slow Dancing" is one of the singles they released. It's the first single they actually released. And probably overall my least favorite of all the songs, just because I've heard it so much already, and everything else just sounds so much more fresh to me, because I just listen to "Slow Dancing" so much. But still a really phenomenal song, and like all the songs on the record, the girls really overdo it on the vocal parts and everything, all the melodies. Really outstanding song. And then "Paradise" is track 5. "Paradise" is kind of the most, I would say, kind of pop sensible kind of song. But still, I mean, it's like a nearly 5-minute song, and it just is really cool. I mean, it's really cool. Like I can't not listen to that song. And it doesn't feel like almost 5 minutes for sure. It feels like, like it gets done in like a second. It's beautiful, beautifully arranged. All the little elements. There's like a really cool bridge part. There's all this little, all the I guess like keyboard parts and stuff that are really cool in that song. And of course the vocals are just killing it once again. The layered vocals during the chorus part is beautiful. And I just can't say enough good things about it. It's another one of my top 5 tracks on the record. And then we got, once again, another great song. Track 6, "Symptom of Your Touch." This song is the 4th single they released for the record. And almost my favorite single they released for this cycle. We'll talk about the other one a little bit later, but "Symptom of Your Touch," like Ali starts it off with piano. It's really breathtaking song, honestly. It's really one of the, I feel like, some of the finest stuff they've ever done, vocally or musically. This whole record is like that. Like, song after song, it's just so well put together. The record is just so nice as a whole. And "Symptom of Your Touch" is just one of those kind of songs. It's just so addictive. It's easy to sing along to. I just know it's going to be fun to see them when they come here live, to see them when they play. So that's going to be very fun. I love that song. And then next we got "Lucky to Get Him," which is track, what would that be? 7. Track 7. Is that right? Yeah, track 7. "Lucky to Get Him," which is kind of like a little bit of a departure from the rest of the album. It's a little more kind of electronic, I would say. Kind of electronic pop, but it still has, definitely it has the live music stuff too, but it has like this cool break in the middle where it's like, I think it's like some vocals and they're kind of really distorted. It sounds really cool. You have to listen to it to know what I'm talking about, but really great song. And then we have "Listen," which is, I believe, "Listen" was the 2nd single, I believe, they released for the record. "Listen" is just like a anthemic, just kind of like alternative pop rock kind of song. This has like this really addictive, you know, swing to it, and it's really good. I highly recommend everybody check and listen out. I mean, if you haven't heard it yet, which is really, it's a really good track. And immediately when I first heard it, I was immediately hooked. I was like, this is the song that I was like, this album's going to be great. I knew it was going to be good. So yeah, nothing much I can say about it other than it's a really good song. And I can tell you, it's about Listen is about kind of like being in a relationship or being in a friendship and feeling like you're not being heard. You know, it's like you're not being listened to in that relationship. You know, you're trying to talk, you're not getting, you're not getting anywhere, and you keep trying to, get there with the other person that's not going. And then the last single, single number 5, Don't Need Nothing, which is track 9, which is a phenomenal song. I love this song so much. And the chorus is, of course, A Touch of the Beat, Get You Up on Your Feet, Get You Out and Then Into the Sun, the title of the album, which kind of ties the whole record together in one beautiful, song. And I just love it. I mean, I can't get enough of it. It's like probably my favorite song of the year I've heard. Love Don't Need Nothing. Probably number 1 on this. I mean, this whole album is just phenomenal all the way through, but that song just does so much for me. And just the meaning of the song, it just touches me, like definitely can feel that song, like the feeling I get out of this album is a feeling like I haven't had in a very long time about an album, like a new album at least. There's a lot of like old albums that I really like that make me feel this way, but this album just makes me feel it just makes me feel so good. This is a really feel good album to me. Even though some of the songs are very serious and very dark in the lyrical matter, but sometimes but still overall it has like this really bright and beautiful sound, and really owe that all to like the way the production went. It just went so well, and just Ali and AJ, just their ability to craft these wonderful songs, So then next we have Stomach, track 10. Stomach is like is kind of another kind of like electro kind of like filling song. It's got like this kind of interesting beat, like the bass or what do you call it, the kick drum beat to it. Kind of feels a little uneasy a little bit, and then it gets to the chorus. It kind of goes into the the full rhythm. And I think it's kind of what they were going for with that song, kind of as that kind of like uneasiness to the song. But then when it gets in the chorus, it's more like definitely has more of a roll to it, which I enjoy that song a lot. It's not, I wouldn't say it's my top 5, but it's probably just outside of the top 5. Really good song. And then we got Personal Cathedrals, which is track 11. Personal Cathedrals is kind of like a return to like kind of like that California kind of sound. Kind of reminds me of, I mean, the obvious kind of references I get musically are like Fleetwood Mac, like Rumors era Fleetwood Mac kind of stuff like that. And it's a cool song. I love the lyrics. I mean, that's another thing about the record. I absolutely love the lyrics. Just really, they're really good at coming up with these like really interesting lyrics that like kind of make you think a little bit. And they don't always, they could mean a million different things. But Personal Cathedrals is definitely one of those songs that grew on me. And when I first heard it, it wasn't my favorite, but it's definitely grown on me a lot since I first listened to it. I'm glad I didn't, just go ahead and make a review or something and waited a little bit, because definitely wanted to kind of sink my teeth into, the whole thing, the thing as a whole. So then we have the final track, Hold Out. And it is like one of my favorite songs they've ever done. Once again, beautiful, top 5 for me. Beautiful song. Love. I mean, I can't say enough good things about this song or this album. Hold Out is just such a breathtakingly beautiful song. Very low key kind of song, and it's just done so well, and it's so beautiful, and the meaning to it, I feel like it's very fan servicey. I feel like fans of Aly and AJ, even the old Aly and AJ, would really dig that song, and I love it. Like overall, the whole record, I would rank the album like perfect, at least 10 out of 10, maybe 9 out of 10. I mean, I want to say 10 out of 10 just because it's just, I've just haven't been floored by an album like this in a long time. There have been good albums this year, but this one takes the cake for me. It hits all the right spots for me to be a perfect record. There's really nothing I would change about it. I like the sequencing. I'm just happy to hopefully get the physical copy one of these days and show that off in a video. And yeah, well, I got 10 years and I got Insomniatic right there. So anyway, that's about all I got for today. Leave your ranking in the comments and tell me what you think of the video, if you liked it or whatnot. And tell me how you thought of this album. Did you listen to it? Did you enjoy it? You know, all that kind of stuff. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys all in the next video. And please subscribe and everything else. Talk to you guys later. Bye.